Nuke the Picks. It's Holden and Zargo. Thanks for hanging out with us on our new YouTube channel, NTH Sports Picks. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button on this one. Nuke the Picks. My man, JC Zargo, had a pretty good week last week. Nice job hitting that Sunday night game.
Mahomes came through. Yeah, it was a good one. Win as we drew it up. So nice win for the Chiefs. We'll see what they do this week, but we'll take the wins where we can get them.
Yeah, I thought the Mahomes was really iffy on getting there. The passing yards, they got there. And then you had, the side too? You had the Chiefs. So nice call there.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the slate here on Thursday night. So Cardinals, Seahawks, and I know you like Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. So, NFC West, I don't know what it is about it. It's a hard division to handicap. Any game that's going to be entertaining, it's typically going to be difficult to handicap. Whenever these teams match up against each other, we just don't really see any consistency as far as their play from week to week. They meet a divisional opponent, and then you kind of just got to throw everything out the window. With that being said, I'm leaning on history with this one. Seattle has won 7 in a row against the Cardinals. Of those 7 games, Cardinals have only won at the spread once. So I'm just leaning against history. Haven't been particularly impressed by what I've seen by either team this season. So got to give the lean to the Seahawks. And then Kyler Murray, man. He's running the ball. He's getting it done with his legs. He's got over 30 yards every game this season. So with that number still sitting at 27.5, I'm jumping on that.
Okay, very good. I told you about the play that I liked a lot, and that's Mr. Smith-Njigba, JSN, Jaxon Smith-Njigba of the Seahawks. So going into this one, yards per route run, right at the top, just everything, average depth of target. The guy has been peppered. He has gone over his number every single time this year. And I think it's 90 yards plus in all 3 games so far. And he's just a target monster. So I really don't know why Kyler Murray's, why JSN's number would do that. Why it would go really not high enough. So I'm looking at him. What did I get him out? 81.5. So as we do this on Wednesday night, his number is still 81.5 at BetMGM, 82.5 at Rivers Sugar House, and 83.5, 84.5 out there. So you're seeing a lot. What do you think about JSN this week against this Arizona defense and the number 1 target in this offense? I also like Torrey Horton too, but we'll start with JSN. Over 25.5 longest reception, Zargo, and then over yards.
Yeah, for sure. The receiving yards up to 81.5 from 78.5 this morning. So, there'll be no telling where that number is by kickoff. But yeah, just seeing that he's got 96 yards or more in every game this season feels like a great bet. But the longest reception, I think, is the safer bet, as he's had a 40-yard catch or longer every game this season. That number's 25.5. Be cool if that's a prop you can jack up, but it's not. So I'll gladly take a reception of over 25.5 yards for Mr. JSN.
All right, very good. So we got Smith-Njigba, 2 bets there. We got your Kyler bet. We got your side bet. Anything going on Sunday you like?
Man, that slate, the Sunday slate, it's a tough one. Normally when I look at it, there's something that just jumps out like a lock. But for whatever reason, nothing crazy value. Definitely some interesting games, especially that Baltimore-Kansas City. That's going to be must-watch football.
You know what I think the game that I'm really excited most about, and neither team's good. Take a guess. Sleeper high-scoring game this week. Bears-Raiders. It's going to be the Bears and the Raiders, my friend. And
wow.
Yeah, I know. I just think both of these defenses are hot garbage. And, Geno is going to throw his interception. And we'll get to that later in the week. But, he still could put up some passing yards against this Bears secondary, which has not been very good. They got bailed out by CD getting hurt last week. And on the other side of things, you think about it, the Bears are just going to destroy this Raiders team that is not getting the offense should destroy the defense. The Raiders, they're just not getting pressure on the cornerback. And last week the coach was saying, from the Raiders coaching staff, Carroll, we were good in the secondary. We just didn't get the pass rush there. They had multiple breakdowns. I don't know why I was covering for him. So I think Rome is back in play for a second straight week, Zargs. I'm going Rome Odunze over 59.5. We did cash that late last week.
Man, I love it. That's a great analysis there because, I mean, you look at these two teams, horrible defenses, and when you have a matchup like this, you never quite know if you're going to see a lot of points or no points. But, I mean, Chicago's shown they have some firepower, and given the totals they've given up, I think Vegas is going to score quite a bit here too. So it's I'd like to see them roll. I'd like to see Caleb Williams get on a roll after that win against Dallas. See what they can put together.
So I'm just looking at Odunze here. We got team air yard percentage. Their number one wide receiver in Chicago, 42.79%. Rome Odunze. So they're going to him. They're going to him deep. They're going to him underneath. This kid is absolutely explosive, and I think we're going to be talking about him being one of the elite wide receivers sooner than later. But, as far as separation goes, he's right where he needs to be. He's at 3.3, which is kind of equal. But, again, I think this is the most powerful weapon on that offense, Rome Odunze. And I love DJ Moore. It's incredible that this team has Odunze and DJ Moore is your number two. That's a spectacular receiving core that they have there. At least the base of the receiving core with those two guys, Zargo. So, yeah, I'm hoping this game shoots out too. It's the defenses, man, and that's one of those games we think we can pick on, right?
For sure. Another pick you have that I've been chewing on all day, and I really like it, is Jaxson Dart getting his first start. I just
okay. So let's talk about this for a minute. Tell everybody about Jaxson Dart. I have not bet Jaxson Dart.
I mean, SEC kid, a rebel, and he's just thrown into an interesting spot here because when you look at the Giants' schedule, he's got to be home against the Charter. Go to New Orleans. That'll be a nice easy one. Then it's Philly at Denver at Philly. He's going to play Philly twice. And so you throw him into this spot, and you can almost tell him, like, dude, we were going to lose all these games anyways. Just do your thing. So if any shine of being a franchise quarterback we see is going to shine brightly in this stretch here, but it's going to be tough. He's going to struggle. And the prop we were talking about was over 6.5 rushes. And I think he's going to get a little antsy in the pocket. And I think we're going to see him take off quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what we discussed. And, I've gone through it today. The reason why I did not bet this is because it opened and it moved fast. It opened at 5.5 at -104. And I have a hard time paying up for 6.5 at +120 when we almost got even money at 5.5. It might have to be a live betting spot for us, but maybe I changed my mind. I just think 7 is that's such a big shift from 5.5 at almost even money to 7 at +120. Hold me back.
It's he's just definitely someone to keep an eye on all the props.
Well, rushing yards too. You're right. Rushing yards was the other one. Now you would think, since they had special packages built for him that were just about every single one of them was a run, right? That he's going to have design packages just for design runs, and that doesn't count the scrambles. So that's maybe why the 7+ rush attempts comes into play. But what if he busts one? 34.5 is his rushing total. So let's go see what it opened at this morning. It was 33.5, touched as high as 35.5 on MGM, and it's now sitting at 34.5 on Wednesday night. So
I almost feel like just take the over 13.5 on his longest rush.
Oh.
Because if he is going to run the ball roughly 6 times, if that's the number Vegas is putting out there, I think one of those is going to be a first down kind of run. And I mean, 13.5, that feels like an easier accomplishment than 35 total yards.
God, I almost want to see it before I believe it, Zarks. I almost want to see it before I believe it, but you're talking me back into him.
I mean, for sure. I mean, it's just one of those things that like it's one way or the other. It's either going to be a stupid bet, or next week we're going to be on the show talking about how his prop is sitting at 40 rushing yards and attempts is 8 or 9.
I'm going to throw a couple other guys at you. I was going back with Tyler, my co-host for Nuke the Props, which by the way drops on Thursday. But let's see here. He likes Michael Golden at 40.5 receiving, actually 38.5 on 365. So, I like looking at a lot of the film breakdowns. There's a guy that did a really good breakdown about Golden, and the dude steps out of bounds. He should have had a monster touchdown last week. He's getting more snaps. And I think this could be the week that we say Michael Golden really comes on the map. Am I saying 100 yards? No. I do think this is a 60-yard guy this week. The issue they had against Cleveland, that's not going to happen again. Cleveland has a really good defense. And let's also not forget that the Packers are really depleted at wide receiver. So he's the one guy that could go deep. Kraft's banged up. Dobbs is still there. I get it. But I think he could turn into their most explosive wide receiver weapon, and he can do it now.
Man, if Tyler gives him the endorsement, I love it. Golden's a guy I've been kind of keeping an eye on all season. Just coming out of Texas, I just thought it was a perfect fit there in Green Bay just to give Jordan Love, someone who can go get that deep ball. And it's just, didn't really see it the first 2 weeks. And then honestly, I mean, 52 yards against the Browns is an impressive feat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, seeing that number sitting at 36.5 total yards, it's enticing. And a guy like Tyler is going after it. I'm hammering that for sure.
Yeah, I want to see where it is right now. I'm a huge fan of this kid, just in general.
FanDuel's got 36.5.
Yeah. They're down to
way lower.
36.5
is 40.5. Caesars is 39.
So this thing was at 38.5, 40.5, 40.5 at MG. I'm going to bet it right now.
Yeah, I don't know why FanDuel has it so much lower, but that's definitely.
Let's make sure it's there, though. Are you using unabated or something?
Yeah, I use cover, so I'm pulling up FanDuel right now. Make sure it's still there.
Me too, because if it's 36, that's 4 yards off that other number. And we already were going there, but it's like, why? Yeah, Matthew Golden. We got to take him. Did I call him Michael Golden, by the way? Did you catch that?
You may have.
Yeah. I call him Michael Golden.
Yeah, maybe question it.
Got to do it Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden, Green Bay Packers. So Packers Cowboys.
What does FanDuel have him for like 50 plus?
Let me see. I'm still finding it. Slow loading. All right. So his number is, 36.5. That's going to be a bet here in a second. And his alt receiving yards. Come on, Matthew Golden.
It's funny. You said this last season, and I don't know if you said it on a stream with Keg. I don't know if I ever got the chance to relate. What is it about FanDuel? Because I thought this was my own experience, but you said it too. Your bets on FanDuel just don't do well.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like DK, BetMGM, Bet Rivers are my 3 best books, and I always seem to have money in them. FanDuel just runs right through it like water through a pipe, man.
And it's nothing like there's no good reason for that, especially since like FanDuel offers no promos, boosts, or anything like that. It's not like I'm making stupid parlays. Like I'd be doing more of that on other apps. It makes no sense. It's
possible they hang the best number and then they win a lot because the best number doesn't always hit. I really can't think it too much. They're not giving Golden alt receiving yards.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, but it's one of those like if every book has the same line, I'm just not going to FanDuel.
Matthew Golden over 36.5. Yeah, I agree with you. And it really doesn't matter because you're going to bet it anyways.
Right.
It drives me nuts. You know what else it was? It was like Iowa. I think Iowa has a problem too. It's just that one book where I'm constantly taking out of another account and putting it into FanDuel and it goes away. It drives me absolutely nuts, but that's just the way it is. All right, so let's talk about the best bets. For me, Smith-Njigba over 81.5 receiving Thursday night, over 25.5 longest reception on Thursday night. We're looking into Dart, and then we're going to go with Golden here. And Roma Dunze over 59.5 is going to be my play for tonight. And I believe that was at FanDuel as well. So let me just check that out real quick and tell you where it is. Yeah, the best number. Actually, it's MGM. MGM 59.5 minus 115 for Roma Dunze. What's your best bets?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'm just going to lock it in. Give me Seattle. They dominate this rivalry. I don't see that changing. Took a beating, making such a large stand on the spread last week, but it's my get right spot here. So give me Seattle.
All right,
1
buddy.
point, 1.5. Don't care. Just bet.
Love it. And then Kyler over 27.5 now.
Absolutely.
All right, that's the two plays. Make sure you subscribe right here to the NTH Sports Picks channel, NTH Sports Picks. Smash the like button on the way out. When you subscribe to our channel, you get notifications. Thursday, Nuke the Props. We'll be dropping that in the evening as well. Tyler and I look to continue to have a profitable year there. And, of course, Zarg has been killing it as well. For Zargo, I'm Holden. Nuke the House.